Hi everyone, my name is Ann Bennett. I'm the Executive Director of the Laurel Historical Society in Maryland. And I wanted to show you another item that we have on display in our current exhibit, Unpacking Laurel's Past, 150 Years on Display. And it's also on display in support of Rightfully Hers, which is our pop-up exhibit from the National Archives that explores the history of the women's suffrage movement and the 19th Amendment, which was passed in August of 1920. With Tennessee casting the crucial 3/4 majority vote needed for the 36 states at the time. Maryland, however, didn't cast the vote for ratification until 1941, with the vote being certified in 1958. But in 1922, this artifact was created. The small brown notebook is a wealth of information because it lists the names, addresses, ages, sex, and race of all 571 registered voters for the city of Laurel. Now, it's likely that some of the women in Laurel had voted in the 1920 presidential election, but this was the first city election in Laurel that women were able to vote. And this includes 240 females listed among the 571 registered voters in Laurel. And of those 204, there were 4 young women who were aged 21 in 1922, which means that this Laurel election was their very first ever election that they were able to vote in. Of those 571 registered voters, there were also 28 African-American males listed, but we have no indication that any African-American females voted in the 1922 Laurel elections. And that brings us to a sadder truth of the 19th Amendment. It was difficult and even dangerous for many decades after enfranchisement for African Americans, men and women, to vote, especially in the South. And it wasn't until decades later, stretching into the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, that Puerto Rican women, Native Americans, and Asian immigrant women were given the right to vote as well. So there's a lot of history tied up in this little artifact, and we invite you whenever you're able to come back to the Laurel Museum to see this and all other items that we have on display. And remind you to check out our website, laurelhistoricalsociety.org, and view our online collections, which is free and open 24/7. Thank you.